Yo, what's poppin', guys? Sizzler here, and today we're taking a look at the CSGO Horizon case. So first things first, we have the R8 revolver Survivalist. Um, yeah, it's got like some green markings or whatever, like maybe it went through a temple. It has this really weird gold coin thing here. Not sure what that is, and if you can see the bullets, you can actually see them here. And then it has like a nice, paper wrap around the handle, like you'd expect from someone like living in like a jungle or something for a while. Just paper wrapped around everything, whatever. But yeah, it's a solid D tier. It's pretty much on the same level as most camo skins. Yeah, that's really all there is to it. Next up is the Amber Slipstream, one of those unfinished skins where the front is just untouched, and the back has some orange waffle and then some just confusing designs that make absolutely zero sense and are pretty much invisible to the human eye, actually. And just for that, it's an F tier. It's unfinished, and the design is pretty much impossible to see. I'm looking at it, and I can't tell what it is. On the back, it's a lot more visible, but on the front, what is this? It's like pretty much stock. Anyway, next up is the dual Berettas Shred, which are some shredded dualies. It's really all it is, really. It's like tears across the thing with light blue, gray, and black. Looks somewhat alright. I'd say definitely can't really go wrong with these. Pretty vibrant, very noticeable, and just pretty solid looking overall. It's a very solid set of C tier dualies. Where are they? This is the Horizon case. I did just double check. Um, well, let's say like this is just know they're in C tier. I don't have to explain it again. I guess I missed them when I made this tier list. Just know they're C tier skin. Pretty solid. Then we have the MP9 Capillary, which yeah, it actually looks just solid. It's got some like heart veins pumping down here. The mag is actually red to like simulate like this is the heart. It's where the veins are connected to. And the background is a nice color of like blackish gray. It's just a very solid looking skin. A lot of thought was definitely put into this, and it looks clean, very clean, very solid C tier. And unlike the other capillary, it doesn't make me like feel uneasy. So that's a really good, really good thing for me. Anyway, we have the Tech9 Snek9, which has a little snake crawling up the bottom here on the mag, and then the main design is just a very basic snake skin. Very, very clean, knows what it is, and for people that like it, it's a solid C tier, and I do like it, so it's a solid C tier. That's all there is to it. Then we have the P90 Traction, which is like an HD light blue P90. It just looks kind of clean, and I definitely see can't go wrong with this one. It's nothing crazy, nothing like insane to look at, but it's very, very nice looking. Definitely solid C tier. And next up, we have the Glock 18 Warhawk, which has like an alligator or shark mouth kind of opening with some fangs. And I think it's an alligator because the rest of the skin's almost like greenish, like greenish brown, like you'd expect from an alligator. And then the bottom's like a very nice, I don't even know what type of finish this is. It almost looks like a basket, I guess, but it just looks good. It looks good with the rest of the skin. It's a very, very solid looking skin. I just really like the look of it. Looks dope. You definitely can't go wrong with it. Now, I'm not going to say it's like above a C tier, but it's definitely a very, very solid C tier skin, like most things in this collection. Then we have the MP7 Power Core, which of course makes me kind of eat my words. It's just a green MP7. That's all it is. It's a nice color green. Look at that. It's like the color grass. It even says P Core Power Tool. It's got like a Power Core barcode. I wonder if that actually does anything. Made in Germany, Power Tools. It's got some cool stuff to it. Very just solid green looking one. Honestly, at a first glance it looked kind of bad, but honestly I'll put it in the C tier. Looks solid like most things in its collection. Then we have the Nova Toy Soldier, which I remember this one actually being really cool and battle scarred, I believe. So this is like a really fact new one, .02. And it just looks like what you expect from a Toy Soldier Nova. But I believe as this gets more and more battle scarred, a bunch of cool like random designs start showing up, like like tanks and skulls or whatever, like all throughout the weapon. And it doesn't look that much worse otherwise. So it's actually a really really cool skin. It's like the off-world where it gets a lot better in battle scarred, but even in factory new, this is a really solid looking skin. When you have the Easter egg, it actually looks really cool. So for that, I'm actually putting it up in B tier. It's the first thing out of C tier on this list. Then we have the G3SG1 High Seas, which is just, it's beautiful. It's one of very few G3 Scar skins where the design is not stretched, which is insane. and it looks amazing. Like, if you look at it from the front, it looks like a telescope on the top, and even on the side designs, it looks just clean. It has like golden seas in the back here. It's got like a compass in the middle with the seas of like a map. This thing's just absolutely beautiful. 100%, unless I'm forgetting something, this is by far the best G3SG skin in the game. Easily an S tier. This is like the prince, the alt prince of G3SG skins, except it's honestly even better than the prince. A lot of very cool different things going on. A very solid color scheme. Lots of gold in the weapon. That's what I like to see. It's just beautiful. I'm actually gonna pick one of these up after this video. Anyway, next up is the CC75 Auto Eco, which is supposed to be like an economically friendly CZ. Just a very nice light green and white finish. It's a solid color swap. I'll give it that. Very solid C tier. Nothing more, nothing less. It's just a solid color swap. That's all there is to it. And we have the Op Paw, one of my personal favorites. I actually own one of these where the gold cat, I have both a gold cat and the guy throwing grenade. There's a lot of very unique variants of this skin, and generally they all look pretty solid. It's a bit unfortunate how it doesn't apply to the scope. I can get it not applying to the barrel, although it would be kind of cool if it applied to the barrel. I can only imagine what that would look like. But yeah, this is a very dope skin where a bunch of different cats and dogs and things just kind of doing different things, and different patterns will give you different things. But the problem being that the scope and barrel are unchanged, which is kind of very noticeable in my opinion on ops. I don't like when the scope and barrel don't change with the skin, but I can still definitely put this on C tier. I mean, I literally own one of these. I do like it quite a lot. Yeah. Next up is the first pink, the sawed-off Detour, which is, it's alright. Devourer, not Detour. Yeah, it's like some kind of orange monster thing with his like teeth and tongue out, trying to devour some stuff. Not sure what he's trying to devour, honestly. The front of this is really hard to read. I'll try to read it for a little bit. Let's see. It's like an O. It's a U. Is it another U? That might be like a D. This could be anything. I don't know what the front of the skin is, honestly. I literally can't tell what the front of the skin's supposed to be. But the back of the skin's just like a dope-ass little monster. So it's a solid C tier for me. It's alright. Nothing crazy. There's a lot of actually similar sawed-off skins. Or not sawed-off skins, but just shotgun skins in general. And this one's nothing crazy. Nothing bad, though. Very noticeable. Nice orange color scheme from the monster. And yeah. Then we have the famous Eye of Athena, which has like the main owl here, which Athena is known to be like kind of like smart god with like an owl representation. It's got one eye that's like kind of like a normal owl eye with some like Picasso type vibes, and then the left eye is like covered in gold and has like a scope and everything. That's probably what the skin's named of. It's like that's the Eye of Athena, which probably is some kind of godlike reference or whatever. Like I just know very little about the gods other than like their names and basic reps, so I can't give a lot more details. But this is probably really cool. Like I think Nordic is it Nordic, Greek, Roman, something like that. One of those three. Good chance one of those is right. It's a very cool skin for that. I'm sure the rest of the skin probably has some kind of reference to that. But yeah, when you're playing with this in game, the owl with its golden eyes super noticeable, and the rest of the skin just doesn't look bad. I can't say it looks particularly great, but it just doesn't look bad. So it's yet again just a very solid C tier. Probably a lot of thought put in this one, so I'm actually gonna put it at the top of C tier. Then next up we have the M41S Nightmare, which reminds me of like the Icarus Fell, and it virtually almost entirely looks like the Icarus Fell, except it has this dope ass like monster here, just kind of grinning at you from the middle of it, glowing nice light blue. It's honestly just a better Icarus Fell, and I love the Icarus Fell, so this is an easy A tier for me. Not as great as that G3, that's gonna be really hard to beat. That G3 is insane, but it's a very, very nice M41S at the end of the day. Then we have the Deagle Code Red, and it's a red Deagle. That's all there is to it. It even has still most of the silver of the stock Deagle. It just has like a red design covering most of it, and it has like this kind of gray stripe of the original Deagle going through with like a little Z pattern here, which is kind of cool. It even says Eagle. That might be on the base Deagle. I might have just never seen that before. Um, but yeah, it's just a red Deagle. It's alright. It's an okay skin. It's probably C tier for me. Just like everything in this fucking collection, apparently. It's just a really solid collection. And our final skin is the AK-47 Neon Rider, one of the most liked skins ever. And yeah, just like Vaporwave type vibes on an AK. It's just beautiful. Great skin, easy A tier. I don't even have to think I have to talk about why this is so good. It's just visible. You can see why this is such a great skin. Just, yeah, very, very clean skin, very clean finish, very clean color scheme, and just beautiful. So yeah, the Dualies, keep in mind they're also in the C tier, and that's really it for this collection. Pretty much an entire C tier collection or above. This is probably one of the best collections we've looked at, with only 2 even remotely bad skins. Absolutely beautiful collection. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.